Good morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching Janata Television and this is English Bulletin. With me it's Sabhatrai. The top stories first. Coronavirus cases top 160,000 across the country. Active cases dropped to 40,000. Indian Army Chief to visit Nepal on November 4th. President Bhandari to confer the title of Honorary General to the visiting Army Chief. Police claim initial success in security for Dasai. The special arrangement to remain in force still shut. US signs a military pact with India. Pompeo warns of threat posed by China. And Barcelona president resigns amid mounting pressure from fans. Says Barca will join the European Super League before his departure. And now the news in detail. The total number of coronavirus infections in the country has soared above 160,000 according to government sources. The government yesterday confirmed 570 new cases of coronavirus across the country during the latest round of tests. According to the Health Ministry, the total cases of coronavirus in the country has now climbed to 160,400. So far, 118,843 patients have recovered from the disease, while the number of active cases has dropped to 40,681 from the overnight tally of 43,293. Meanwhile, the death toll from coronavirus has climbed to 876 with the confirmation of 14 more casualties across the country. Nepal is currently among the top 34 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. Meanwhile, a Chief District Officer of Bake, Ram Bahadur Kurumbang, has been infected with coronavirus. The District Administration Office confirmed the report yesterday. Focal person of the office, Naresh Shrestha, informed that CDO Kurumbang has tested positive for the virus. Shrestha said that the CDO was infected with the disease while he was fighting against it. He has urged everyone who has come in contact with the CDO to remain cautious about their health and to opt for a test if they display any symptoms of coronavirus. The District Administration Office Baglung has sealed an entire village in Baglung after one person who had returned home to celebrate Dasai tested positive for coronavirus. The district authorities informed that Dhamja village in Kartik rural municipality has been sealed for 5 days. The local ward office informed that the PCR report of a youth who had returned home to celebrate Dasai came positive on the 10th day of Dasai. The infected person had returned to the district headquarters of Baglung from India about a week ago. He is currently receiving treatment in isolation ward of Dhaulagiri Hospital. Indian Chief Manoj Mukund Naravane is scheduled to arrive in Nepal on November 4 for a 3-day official visit. Issuing a statement on Tuesday, the Nepalese Army informed about the visit of the Indian Army Chief. The Indian Army Chief is visiting Nepal at the invitation of Chief of Army Staff Purna Chandra Thapa. During his visit, General Naravane is scheduled to discuss bilateral issues with his counterpart General Thapa and will also be presented with a guard of honor at the Army headquarters. He will also hold interactions with the Army officers undergoing training at the Command and Staff College, informed Army spokesperson Santosh Ballabh Paudel in a tweet. President Vidyadevi Bhandari will be conferring the title of Honorary General of the Nepalese Army to General Naravane amid a special function as per the tradition between the two countries. The Indian Army Chief is also scheduled to meet Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli. In other news, police have claimed initial success of their special security program implemented in Kathmandu, considering the possible risk of criminal activities during Dasai, Tihar and Chhath festivals. From deploying security personnel in civil dress to strictly guarding the entry points to the valley, the special program of police entails a foolproof plan to keep the valley safe. Metropolitan Police Range Kathmandu will increase patrolling and inspection across the valley to contain possible thefts, fraud, burglary, robbery, pickpocketing, crimes such as rape and sexual abuse, human trafficking, abduction, gang fight, among other petty offences during the festivities. Police have also made plans to control social evils during the festive season, such as gambling, cases of drink driving, black marketing, blasting crackers, forced donation, as well as vandalism and extortion.
चाडबाडमा बढी मात्रामा यो जुवा तास खेलेर झैझगडा गर्ने, मादक पदार्थ सेवन गरेर झगडा गर्ने र अब काठमाडौँमा जुन चाहिँ अस्थायी बसोबास गर्नुभएको छ उहाँहरू घर जाँदाखेरि घर खाली रहेको अवस्थामा चोरी बढ्ने.
Similarly, police teams will also be deployed at entry points such as Thankot, Nagdunga, Jagati, Farping, Balaju, accompanied by police dogs. According to SP Somendra Singh Rathore, police presence will also be made strong on crowded areas such as temples, monasteries, industrial areas, malls, banks and financial institutions, and jewelry shops. Police have also requested the citizens to immediately contact them and notify them about any antisocial activities or crimes in their respective areas. And now, the news from Economic Front. COVID-19 pandemic has taken a massive toll on every sector of the country. It has been evident that industries, enterprises and factories have not been able to operate regularly, adding more to the nation's economic meltdown. Agriculture, however, has been flourishing as a silver lining during the crisis. Nepal has always been recognized as an agricultural country. In fact, the sector has been able to draw more attention of young agronomists at present. Citizens once fascinated with employment in Gulf nations have been coming back to invest on agriculture. Agricultural entrepreneurs at Nawalpur district have invested in agriculture and fishery after the coronavirus pandemic and lack of jobs. Agro-entrepreneurs from Devchuli Nawalpur have started a model fishery. Hukumkanta Parajuli, who once owned a furniture store, switched to fish farming after his business was affected due to COVID-19. Parajuli utilized what was available in his store to reconstruct the infrastructure required for fish farming.
फर्निचर उद्योग चाहिँ यो लकडाउनको कारणले गर्दाखेरि फर्निचर व्यवसाय अलिक त्यो असफलता त देखेपछि अनि त्यसको विकल्पमा केही पूर्वाधारलाई पुनर्निर्माण गरेर अनि यो प्रविधिको चाहिँ विकास गरि
Nawalpur has been identified as the pocket area for fish farming across the country. The area has been deemed suitable for fish farming due to enough water from Narayani River. The government needs to come up with a necessary policy for developing such potential sectors to boost the economy. Welcome back, and now the international news. The United States and India yesterday signed a pact to share sensitive satellite and map data during U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo's official visit to the South Asian nation. According to Reuters, Pompeo during the visit warned of the threat posed by an increasingly assertive China. The new Defense Pact, or the Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement on Geospatial Cooperation, was a significant milestone that would foster cooperation between the militaries of both countries, Defense Secretary Mark Esper told a news conference. The United States planned to sell more fighter planes and drones to India, Esper added. The pact will give India access to a range of topographical, nautical and aeronautical data that is considered vital for targeting of missiles and armed drones. US President Donald Trump has made being tough on China a key part of his campaign to secure a second term in next week's presidential election, and Pompeo has been trying to bolster allies to counter China's growing influence in the region. China dismissed Pompeo's accusations. "We urge Pompeo to abandon his Cold War mentality, zero-sum mindset, and stop harping on China threat," Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Wang Wenbin told a news briefing in Beijing earlier on Tuesday. A powerful bomb blast ripped through an Islamic cemetery on the outskirts of the northwest of Pakistan's city of Peshawar on Tuesday morning, killing at least 8 students. The Associated Press reported that the blast wounded 136 others. The bombing happened as a prominent religious scholar was delivering a lecture about the teachings of Islam at the main half of the Jamia Zubairiyah Madrasa, according to the AP police officer. Waqar Azim said initial investigations suggest the bomb went off a minute after someone left a bag at the madrasa. TV footage showed the damaged main hall of the seminary where the bombing took place. The half was littered with broken glass and its carpet was stained with blood. Police said at least 5 kilograms of explosives were used in the attack. Several of the wounded students were in critical condition, and hospital authorities feared the death toll could climb further. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Barcelona president Josep Maria Bartomeu announced his resignation as club president on Tuesday. However, the incumbent president also revealed Barca has accepted proposals for joining the European Super League. Maria had taken charge of the Catalan club in 2014 and had been under mounting pressure to resign by fans. Poor performance and Maria's fallout with Lionel Messi had also been cited as a reason for the coach's departure from Nou Camp. Today I can announce a piece of news that will extraordinarily change the club's revenue prospects for the coming years. Sky Sports quoted Bartomeu from his sporting address, also reproduced on club's official website. Bartomeu was due to step down in March, having served the maximum 2 terms as president, but was facing a vote of no confidence. However, La Liga president Javier Tebas did not seem to like Bartomeu's announcement, as Tebas called it a weak and imaginary competition which would be their ruin. Real Madrid scored 2 late goals to snatch a dramatic Champions League point against Borussia Mönchengladbach yesterday. According to BBC, the 13-time European champions Real were 2-0 down in the 87th minute before goals from Karim Benzema and Casemiro saw them earn a thrilling draw. Benzema's overhead kick gave Real hope before Casemiro's 93rd minute leveller. Mönchengladbach, playing in the group stages of the Champions League for only their 3rd campaign, were heading top of the Group B until Real's late double, BBC reported. Real have 1 point from their 2 games after a shock 3-2 opening defeat by Ukrainian side Shakhtar Donetsk, who topped the group. Elsewhere, Manchester City continued their perfect start to the Champions League group stage with a comfortable victory at Marseille. Liverpool moved 2 points clear at the top of the group with victory over Champions League rookie FC Midtjylland on a night their defensive problems mounted with the loss of Fabinho to injury. The Brazilian had to be replaced after suffering a suspected hamstring injury. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Coronavirus cases top 160,000 across the country. Active cases dropped to 40,000. Indian Army Chief to visit Nepal on November 4th. President Bhandari to confer the title of Honorary General to the visiting Army Chief. Police claim initial success in security for Dasai. The special arrangement to remain enforced till Chhat. US signs military pact with India. Pompeo warns of threat posed by China. And Barcelona president resigns amid mounting pressure from the fans. Says Barca will join the European Super League before departure. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website at janatasamachar.com. Keep washing your hands, keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.